Good morning, folks. Welcome to the Banks Account. I am your host, Kareem Banks, and I'm going to give you my Week 4 picks in the National Football League. Well, we got one game in the books already on Thursday night. The New York Football Giants got a big win down at FedEx Field against the Washington Redskins. Listen, the story of this game was simple. Turnovers, turnovers, turnovers on the part of the young quarterback, Kirk Cousins. I'll be the first to admit I was a little premature to anoint him as the starting quarterback for the Redskins to replace RG3. He did a terrible job out there out there on Thursday night. He just didn't do the 5 key essential things a quarterback must do. And those essential things are he's got to get a good pre-snap read, at the line of scrimmage, drop back, read the defense. He's got to process information quickly. He's got to go through his progressions, and he's got to deliver an accurate football. He didn't do any of that on Thursday night. So as a result, the Redskins took a big loss, big home division loss to the Giants. But kudos to the New York Football Giants. That McAdoo offense looks like it's turning around. Eli is a little more comfortable with the system. So the Giants, nice win. Kudos to the Giants and the New York Giants fans. Which, by the way, they're kind of surfacing all over the place now all of a sudden. When they were stinking up the joint, you couldn't find a Giants fan. I didn't hear a mumbling word from any New York Giants fan, but now all of a sudden they're out with their chest out. But that's expected. It is what it is. Enjoy it. Let's start today in Baltimore, where we got the 2-1 Carolina Panthers traveling to take on the 2-1 Baltimore Ravens. Listen, the Carolina Panthers, they're a little beat up right now. Offensively, they have Cam Newton. They got Cam Newton, and they got Cam Newton. It's about all that's going on out in Carolina. The problem that we thought they had during the offseason is sort of rearing its ugly head, where they traded away Steve Smith. They have no one to throw to. They do have the young rookie Kelvin Benjamin. He looks like he's going to be something, but like all rookies, they're going to go through their growing pains. But just not really anything going on offensively for the Panthers, at least at this juncture in the season. Baltimore, on the other hand, they play very well at home. Good defense at home. Looks like they may have found a starting running back to replace Rice and the other running back. Can't think of his name off top. Bernard Pierce. His name is Lorenzo Taliaferro. He got 100 yards rushing last week and along a couple touchdowns. I think it was 2 touchdowns. He'll help out Joe Flacco and that struggling Baltimore offense. Take the Ravens, give the 3.5 over the Carolina Panthers. Out in Chicago, we got the Green Bay Packers visiting Chicago. Big division matchup here. Listen, the Packers, they're struggling a little bit. It is what it is. They're not that offensive juggernaut that we've grown accustomed to. Chicago, on the other hand, are much more improved offensively. Cutler, he's got those 2 big receivers out there. Chicago's at home in this one. Take the Bears +2. Take the Bears to win against the Green Bay Packers. Buffalo Bills are traveling to Houston. The 2-1 Buffalo Bills taking on the 2-1 Houston Texans. Now, let me spend just a little bit on the Houston Texans. Their quarterback, Ryan Fitzpatrick, seems to turn the ball over a lot. So I went and looked at his stats over the last few years. This guy has thrown 69 interceptions in his last 57 starts. 69 interceptions. Now, what's mind-boggling about this is that the Texans coaching staff and management during the offseason looked at the landscape of talent out in the world and said, we want Ryan Fitzpatrick. That's what's mind-boggling to me. Nevertheless, it is what it is. Arian Foster's status is a little up in the air, at least up until this point. Take Buffalo They're getting 3. I'm going to take the Bills, getting 3 points. Indianapolis at home taking on the Tennessee Titans. This is a pair of 1 and 2 teams, but teams that are going in opposite directions. It's simple in this one. Take the Indianapolis Colts, giving 7 against the Tennessee Titans. Locally, we got the New York Football Jets hosting the 1 and 2 New York Jets hosting the 2 and 1 Detroit Lions. Listen, did anyone know that the Detroit Lions are number 1 in total defense? I didn't know that. Yes, the Detroit Lions are number 1 in the league in defense. I don't think anyone really knew that. Not even Lions fans, except my man Al Green, maybe, but about the only Lions fan I know. But this is going to be a battle of 2 defenses, so it's going to come simply. It's going to come down to this: Matt Stafford, Calvin Johnson versus Geno Smith, Jeremy Curley. I'm going to take Matt Stafford and Calvin Johnson. Take the Detroit Lions, giving 1.5 at New York. The Miami Dolphins, the 1 and 2 Miami Dolphins, are traveling across the pond to take on the 0 and 3 Oakland Raiders. I mean, it's just not much going on in Oakland. They're dead last in offense. The only thing you can maybe get excited about is that Carr is getting another start out there. Maybe he can rejuvenate this Oakland offense. I don't think it's going to happen today. Miami plays sound defense. Take the Dolphins. They're giving 3.5 to win out in England. My beloved Pittsburgh Steelers, we are giving 7.5, hosting the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Now, the Buccaneers, they've had 10 days to stew on that Thursday night beatdown, so they might come in with a chip on their shoulder. They're getting Doug Martin back today, so hopefully that'll help out their running game. They may be able to run the ball a little bit on Pittsburgh, but they're not exactly any revenge today. Not today. Take the Steelers, give the 7.5. By the way, Dre Archer is going to play today for the Pittsburgh Steelers in case anyone needs a backup fantasy running back. Some guy's injured or on a bye. Dre Archer is a nice little pickup out there in fantasy world. Again, Pittsburgh, give the 7.5 over Tampa Bay. The 0-3 Jacksonville Jaguars traveling out west to take on the 2-1 San Diego Chargers. Listen, again, like Oakland, Jacksonville has really nothing going on out there. They're just terrible on both sides and special teams. I mean, the only thing they got, the rookie quarterback, Bortles, is going to get a start today. Hopefully, like Carr, he can get something going with his Jacksonville offense, but I don't think it's going to happen today. San Diego Chargers, no. Donald Brown's going to get the start again today for the Chargers. Doesn't matter. Phillip Rivers, 300 yards, 3 TDs minimum. Take the Chargers. Give the 12.5 over Jacksonville. The Atlanta Falcons are going to, the 2-1 Atlanta Falcons are going to the 1-2 Minnesota Vikings, out there at the University of Minnesota Stadium. Listen, the Vikings right now are just a work in progress. Castle's done for the year. Teddy Bridgewater will get a start. The whole Adrian Peterson thing, I think, kind of tanked this team's season. They're just a work in progress right now. They're pretty good defensively, but offense is just nothing happening. Atlanta struggles outside. Whenever they come outside of the dome and get on grass, for some reason they sputter. I don't think they sputter today. Take the Falcons, give the 3 points over Minnesota. Out west, we got a beauty. The 1-2 San Francisco 49ers are hosting the undefeated Philadelphia Eagles. Now, San Francisco right now is a little bit in a pickle now. They're 1-2. They don't want to fall, too far behind Seattle and Arizona in that division race. They're at home. They gotta. This is kind of like a must win for these guys. The only problem is the back end of their defense is struggling. You can score points against them. I mean, up front, we know they're solid. Justin Smith, Pat Willis, and all that whole thing. But offensively, they're only averaging 20 points a game. Now, they're going up against a Chip Kelly offense that's averaging 33 and a half points a game. You got to think the Niners are going to keep them a little bit under that, maybe. Having said that, I just don't think the Niners are going to score enough points to keep up with Philadelphia. Take the Eagles. Give the 4.5 over San Francisco. And tonight's game, we got the 1-2 New Orleans Saints against the 2-1 Dallas Cowboys in Dallas, in Arlington, as I actually should say. Now the Cowboys are getting 3 points in this spot. Dallas's defense has gotten better. New Orleans got off to a rough start. They're just kind of starting to get their offense rolling again. I think Jimmy Graham gets into the end zone 2 times today. It's just simply no one out there to cover him. I'm going to take the Saints. Give the 3 points. I'm going to take the Saints over the Dallas Cowboys. And then tomorrow night, we got the 2-1 New England Patriots visiting the 1-2 Kansas City Chiefs. The Chiefs are getting 3 points. Listen, New England's offense, folks are wondering if Tom Brady has lost a step. Has he slowed down? Is he is he starting to go on a decline? I don't know. I really don't know. Their offense is still ranked 3rd in the league, but they're only scoring 16 points a game, which is very unpatriot-like. Kansas City Chiefs off to a rough start. They played Denver very tough out in Mile High a couple weeks ago. And of course, we know they got a win last week. Take the Kansas City Chiefs. That's my upset special. Take the Chiefs. They're getting 3 points. They're at home. It's a Monday night game. Take Andy Reid's squad. And that's it. That's my picks for week 4. I will see you tomorrow to give my recap of today's game.